Episode 2. The fear of yes. People talk a lot about rejection. They say it's the hardest thing to face. You've got to get used to hearing no. You've got to grow a thick skin. You've got to treat every setback like it doesn't matter. And of course, there's some truth to that. No one enjoys being turned down. No one likes to feel ignored or dismissed. But if you look closer, rejection isn't the thing that holds most people back. What really stops people is acceptance. The fear of yes. Because when you hear no, nothing changes. You carry on. The world looks the same as it did yesterday. You can file it away, tell yourself it wasn't the right time, move on. But yes changes things. Yes comes with responsibility. Yes demands action. Yes means stepping into a version of yourself that you haven't quite met yet. And that can feel heavier than rejection ever will. Think of the person who spends years saying they want a promotion. They complain about their job, they put in the hours, and tell their friends they deserve more. But when the offer finally arrives, when the boss slides the contract across the table, something in them freezes. Because saying yes means visibility. It means pressure. It means stepping into a role where there are no excuses left. So they stall. They tell themselves they're not ready, and no becomes the safer choice. Or take the person who dreams about starting their own business. They buy the books. They follow the gurus. They talk endlessly about one day making the leap. And then, when the opportunity is right in front of them, they hesitate. Because yes means leaving behind the identity they've known. Yes means risk. Yes means change. So they don't move. Not because they didn't want it, but because yes felt too heavy. That's why the fear of yes is more powerful than the fear of no. Because no leaves you exactly where you are. Yes requires transformation. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The same thing happens when people encounter the other option. Because once you see that the household you've always thought of as a drain could be designed to pay you back, you can't unsee it. Once you know the lever exists, you can't pretend it doesn't. The only question left is whether you'll step through the door. And that's where the fear shows up. Not in the face of rejection, but in the face of possibility. Most people won't name it for what it is. They'll dress it up in excuses. I'll look at it later. I just need to get a few things sorted first. Maybe when things are more stable. But underneath all of those lines, the truth is the same. I'm afraid of what happens if I say yes. Because yes doesn't just change the external. It changes how you see yourself. If you've always been someone who trades hours for money, what does it mean to become someone who designs systems? If you've always believed bills exist only to drain, what does it mean to believe they can also return? That's not a small tweak. That's a new identity. And identities carry weight. But here's the good news. The fear of yes is not a signal to stop. It's a signal that the opportunity in front of you actually matters. Nobody fears yes when there's nothing at stake. The only time the fear appears is when the yes would change your life. So if you've ever felt that moment of hesitation, that tightening in your chest when a chance presents itself, it isn't a weakness. It's proof you're close to something significant. And the question becomes, do you let the fear of yes keep you circling the old script, or do you step into the new one? Because no is safe, familiar, easy. Yes is the leap. Yes is where you stop answering the world's questions and start asking your own. And the first of those questions, as we said before, is still turning over in the background. What would change if the systems of your life started paying you instead of draining you? That's what yes leads to. That's why it feels so heavy. Because it's real. So here's what I want you to notice before the next episode. Pay attention not to the no's you hear, but to the yeses you avoid. The places in your day where you could move forward, but hesitate. The conversations you almost start. The steps you almost take. Those are the places where the fear of yes is running the show. And once you see it, you'll start to understand yourself differently. You'll see why it isn't rejection that's been holding you back, but the quiet weight of possibility. In the next episode, I'm going to show you the framework that turns this fear into leverage. The structure that's been in plain sight all along. The door most people walk past without noticing. Once you see it, you'll understand why the fear of yes isn't something to avoid, but something to use. Because on the other side of yes is alignment, and on the other side of yes is the other option. For now, just hold on to this thought. It isn't rejection that stops you, it's acceptance. And the moment you stop running from yes is the moment you start moving differently. I'll see you in episode 3.